That's. He sat in the corner. He had some shades on. That nigga never looked up. He said, nigga, you talk that shit, you gonna take this ass whipping by yourself. He sat there just like this. I just want to tell you this so you know that I'm not lying.
YouTube family, let's talk about it. That man, Gillie the Kid, has been brazy out here speaking. He's talking. He's letting folks in them. You know what I'm saying? This is an old video we're going to go through. But it's a beef that's been going on in the hip-hop world for years that didn't supposed to be big as it got. It was supposed to be held on the hush-hush. But, you know, Joe Budden got the tweaking and saying a little too much. And Gillie responded to it, and a lot of people even to this day didn't know what to believe in. So this video we're gonna do today is go through the history. It's a movie today, basically. Y'all enjoy, get your popcorns out, get your drinks out, get your zazas like you said, or your loud out. You know, let's have a vibe today. We're gonna use receipts to prove who's telling the truth and who is lying. Y'all hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Let's rock out with Gillie.
You pussy. I know what type of nigga you is. I know you a nigga that'll speak out of term, and then a nigga will catch you. And this is what you did. Raekwon and his man walked in. I seen the tape. Now you keep talking shit, nigga. In the next episode, I'm putting it the fuck out. They walked in because you was talking crazy about them niggas. And then a nigga punched you in your fucking face. You fell on the floor and screamed, my eye, my eye, my eye, my eye.
Let's see if that part is true. Did Joe Budden get in the situation and started screaming, my eye, my eye? I remember a video of Joe Budden putting a bag on his eye right here.
In the eye, and that the punch grazed his eye, hit his
right here. Do y'all see the picture of what I'm talking about? I remember that part right there. Now that's Joe Budden. You feel me? Joe Budden, without a doubt, his eyes being damaged, educational purpose, as you guys see it here. So what happened here on the video? And I think we should go to that video before we go more to Gillie the Kid wilding on this nigga. And here's the actual video, y'all.
When I ain't alone. Yeah, my eyes swollen. Stupid me, I weave this shit and get fucking hit in the shoulder. Now my shoulder's fucking done off. Good thing it's my right shoulder. Shit. It'll get black later? No, it won't. I don't think it'll get black later. No, it wasn't my eye. It was like the side of my eye or some shit.
No, you got a nasty eye.
What, I'm gonna have a black side of my eye?
Yeah, that's why he has an eye.
Why did you apologize? Because I was outnumbered 8-1. And he asked for one. So I figured it was the smart thing to do at the time. Nah. It's not driving. Well, I think Ray didn't do it himself because, I don't know. They were recording. They had a camera on, so I don't think it would have been the smart thing to do for him to do it himself. Really, I don't really think it was a smart move, period.
Yeah.
Now that's Joe Budden explaining what happened that day. We are gonna go back to Gillie, and I'm also gonna go to the beginning of this thing. You feel me? But before we do that, I want y'all to stay tuned and listen to Raekwon open up about this beef.
Right now, sat over here on the couch. What would be your reaction?
I'd be like, yo, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right away. You know what I mean? Whether whatever current might come to my face, but it would definitely be like I wouldn't steal on him or, you know, act like I'm looking for this nigga like he stole something or took something from me. Nah. It'd be like, yo, we'll really straighten it out or whatever it is.
Because originally it started off with, I think Vibe made a list of like the all-time best rappers, something like that. And he kind of talked about you being on the list and saying, you know, something about you don't deserve a place on the list or something like that.
Me?
It was Meth. It was Meth. My bad. So it was Meth.
Right.
Your brother.
Right.
You know, being on the list. You know, how did you feel, you know, over that?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, how did you feel when you heard that?
Nah, you know, it was like, wow, like, you know, he said what he said, you know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing to where it was, you know, it's one thing when a nigga's being disrespectful first. So, you know, it was that, but however it jumped out of pocket or did whatever, I'm just caught up in the middle because, you know, I'm in the mix of doing my work. You know what I mean? And we in the same places, you know what I mean? I'm seeing homie and I'm seeing his peoples, which is certain niggas I respect, saying, yo, you know what I mean? Yo, nigga, we love you. That ain't about nothing. But, you know, at the same time, of course, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know that from y'all niggas, but y'all got the talk to do, you know what I mean? Cause, you know, whatever he's going through, he don't know that we them niggas that will attack, you know what I mean? Just out of doing it because that's what we want to do. So it wasn't never like he was on the target. It was just that, yo, when Meth see him, because that's what Meth wanted to do. He like, yo, I want to see the nigga. So I'm like, yo, niggas is telling me this and that, you know what I mean? And blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm the middleman because I'm right there. I'm seeing this nigga, you know what I mean? How you going to be around niggas that's talking about other niggas and then you in the mix and you know, you feel funny like if you ain't giving that information. He shot his hand at me, you know what I mean? And, you know, so I'm looking at it like, damn, I don't want to cross a line with a nigga who just helped a nigga or what.
You think at that point, like, yo, get Joe on the phone or get him down here. Let's
I talked to Joe. I talked to him, you know what I mean?
Oh, you talked to him beforehand?
Yeah, before the escalation, you know what I mean?
Like, you heard Raekwon explain his side with the whole situation. You feel me? I wanted y'all to go listen to Gillie the Kid situation and why they said what they said. But before I do, I want y'all to run them likes up. You guys are watching Ismokehiphop Live. Now, listen to what Gillie message he got to say for me, and then we'll go back to the story. This is honestly what he said towards the platform and the haters. So this is to all the people. Gillie got a message to say to Ismokehiphop haters. Any nigga that hated me on me in real life, and any niggas who hated on me in the YouTube communities out there, well, you get to see my success level from the last few couple of years. Here's what Gillie has to say about you guys.
And I was worth a game real quick. To all the youngins out there, right? Understand that life is about relationships. Sometimes to become truly successful is not about what you know. It's about who you know. You'll work just as hard as somebody else and you'll see them getting further than you in life, and then you will question, like, why is that happening? Well, it's because they know somebody that knows somebody. They can get on the phone and they can make some shit happen. So when you coming up, understand that life is all about developing relationships. And don't be out here fucking your relationships up, burning bridges, because the same bridges you burn as a young person be the same fucking bridges you gotta walk across as an old person. So understand that. And don't gotta walk across as an old person. So understand that. And don't be out here trying to shit on people. Be humble with it. Because the same people that you see on the way up is the same motherfuckers you gonna see on the way down.
Everything Gillie said was true. I've noticed in my real life, everything Gillie said was the truth. Now let's get back to regularly scheduled programmings. Let's see how this beef really started. We'll go to Gillie part finishing, but I like y'all to hear the rest of Gillie explaining how this man was popped educational purpose in the face.
My eye. Your man Mickey Fats. He sat in the corner. He had some shades on. That nigga never looked up. He said, nigga, you talk that shit, you gonna take this ass whipping by yourself. He sat there just like this. I just want to tell you this so you know that I'm not lying. You sat there screaming about your fucking eye. That nigga Raekwon is the fucking Ray. That nigga told you, nigga, you got a lot more to worry about than your fucking eye. Then that nigga's homie picked you up and sat you on the couch while you was still screaming, my eye, my eye. A nigga slapped you, man. And you was on the couch like this. I want to show you. A grown-ass man. My eye! My eye! My eye! My eye! Now, I don't know where you from, but if I was ever in that situation, nigga, I would have died that fucking day. I would have said Allahu Akbar and I would have died that day. Here I come.
Now, Gillie is turned up in the situation. He's letting his feelings feel. But how did this thing transpire? How did this thing come about? What happened? What went left, bro? Like, I need y'all to listen to some of the beef instigation parts, and you could clearly see that it was real things going on that actually happened. The back and forth clips of Joe Budden and Gillie.
No, I'm not giving you that. But I will do the right thing and raise your salary to this appropriate number. Come here and hit the on switch.
Shows a lot about it.
Oh, yeah, man. We're killing this shit. But so, all right. So, long story, a little less long. Gillie and Wallow hit podcast $1 million worth of game. They were doing however many episodes they did, and they did this alongside a gentleman named Dev. Dev is not really he's not a part of their core and friendship group, but he did add something to the show. So from what I gather here, they did about 85 episodes for free pro bono with no sponsor, no integrations, nobody backing them, right?
It was Dev's studio. It was his facility, his studio.
Oh, that's a big part. That's a big part to take note in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And this was just on SoundCloud, whatever. They just put it out on their own.
Yeah. So so from what I gather, nobody made any money when nobody was making any money. Then when the Barstool deal came into play, Gillie offered a salary. You will get X amount of dollars for every episode moving forward. And Dev's position was, I've been here from the start. I do not want a salary. I want 15% of everything. So when this Barstool money came, Dev was asking for 15% of this Barstool money. To which Gillie said, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, no, I'm not giving you that. But I will do the right thing and raise your salary to this appropriate number.
You have to specify, whose point of view is this right now that you're speaking from?
I'm just pulling what I gathered from both sides.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just what they're beefing over.
You've heard both sides, and that's what you took from it. Okay.
Yeah. Damn, where was I at just now?
15%. I'll give you 15%. I'll raise your salary with this.
Gillie said, "Get the fuck out of here." He felt like he was being overly generous with the offer, which totaled something like $70,000 base or $50,000 base, not including tour.
Yeah.
So Dev was like, "Okay, well, if you're paying me for this number, then you owe me X amount of dollars for the 89 episodes that we did for free already." To which Gillie said that in a real Gillie way, if you know it. The Dev kid seemed to be real respectful.
We started out together. Then you talking about, no, because when they started, and I go on there and y'all talking a bunch of false shit. First, let's start off with you, Rory. Talking about, yeah, because if this is something that they all started together, nigga, we didn't start this together. I started giving out $1 million worth of game in 2012. And every year after that, people were saying, you need a podcast. You need a podcast. You need a podcast. What are you talking about? Something we started out together. Then you talking about, no, because when they started, they was on SoundCloud. Nigga, we look like SoundCloud rappers to you, nigga. Huh? Yeah, because when they first started out, they wasn't getting no money. Nigga, who? If you go back to our second episode, we had sponsors. What is you niggas on there talking about? Joe Budden, you talking about, yeah, because the first 89 shows, we only 60 shows in. What is you niggas talking about, man? Talking about, yeah, because they used his facility for free. No, the fuck we didn't. We went there and asked that man, how much do you want to record our podcast in here every month? And we paid that nigga each and every month. And we paid that nigga for live shows. What is you niggas talking about, man? Rory talk about, excuse me, if I'm saying something that, you know, ain't the truth, then excuse me. No, you saying something that ain't the truth, then you ain't supposed to speak on it with your bitch ass. Because let's be for real, Rory. Your funky ass ain't nothing but a Joe Budden's coattail rider. You hopped on the back of his trench coat and took the ride. Why is you speaking on shit that you don't know about? Oh, they started out on SoundCloud. Nigga, SoundCloud. Nigga, the first episode we ever put out was number 2 in the country. Behind Joe Rogan. Not Joe Budden's. Don't ever get us fucked up. So y'all keep talking for the college kids, and y'all keep talking for the suburbians. We the streets, nigga. We cut from a whole different cloth than y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is rayon, we Egyptian cotton, nigga. But since we want to speak false shit, let me tell some truth shit. Back in the day, Ransom pulled up to Joe Budden's crib, knocked on the door. His uncle came to the door. He said, is Joe Budden's here? He said, no, Joe ain't here. The nigga slapped your uncle, man. Why didn't nothing happen? How you let your uncle get slapped and ain't nothing happen? Because if a nigga pulled up to my house and even knocked on my door like he wanted some smoke, he would have been leaving going to get 84 fucking staples in his head. So, if we want to speak truth, Maul, you gave us a lot of game. We fuck with you. But you softer than baby shit. Why is you speaking on us, man? Shit. So all 3 of y'all is some hoes out here. Coat riding ass nigga. Mind your fucking business, man. It's dead Fred over that bitch, huh? Game out your niggas' mouths, man. Alright? Can you please do that? And Rory, do me a favor. Suck a dick.
Educational purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of Ismokehiphop Live. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video, man. Look, man, Gillie is a wild guy, man. Shout out to Philly in the building, man. Look, I hope this broke it down so we don't have any more back and forth. So we finally got a conclusion. Gillie doesn't cap. Everything he spoke about that situation was the truth.